So originally I was a little bit more excited to make this video, but now that I'm sitting here and I'm looking at things and I've read a couple of updates, I'm not as excited. But I still want to make the video because I think that people need to know about this if you're not paying attention to it, because I sure as hell wasn't. And it's definitely got me thinking a couple of things about my eBay business model. So we're going to go ahead and go into episode 2 of what sold on eBay. Now, don't expect anything too crazy because this is literally just the stuff that happened before I left on vacation and right when I got back. I left for vacation, I think it was like June 20th or something like that, and then I didn't get back until July 3rd. So this is really like, I don't know, 2 weeks worth or something like that, and it's slow because the store was on vacation mode and I wasn't listing, and there's just so many different variables to it. But let's go ahead and get on into it. And let me see if I can make this so I'm not covering everything as much. That's fine, I guess. So yeah, some of these things on here, eBay had like a update, I guess, because this is not the way that it looked when I came in here last and did this. So things definitely look different, and some of these things on here are not correct just from looking at them. So I need to go into it a little bit more and figure out why they are there and appearing the way that they're appearing. But I did want to go ahead and mention that when I originally subscribed for my eBay store for a basic store, I believe the final value cap was 5.7%, which is really the reason that I wanted to subscribe to a basic store. Like, yeah, I get the free listings and stuff like that, but that 5.7% for me was huge. And I just went ahead and I realized that they did some sort of like an update or something of that nature where they increased the final selling fees or whatever, but now it goes all the way back up to 9% again, which really virtually takes out the whole reason that I went ahead and got a basic store in the first place. I'll probably keep it just because at the end of the day I'll probably be listing more than the average Joe, and that'll end up paying for the store itself. But still, it's pretty disappointing, especially because the majority of this work, or all of the work, comes from the actual seller, and it just kind of seems like eBay doesn't really do anything more and they just want more in return. And what does that sound like? Sounds like a corporate employer. So I don't know what their logic is. I don't know why. It's not that they need the money. I'm sure that's not the case, considering they don't help us when returns and all of that good stuff happens. So I'm going to stop bitching now, and I'm going to just get into what sold, and then I want to show you guys what the actual net sales are, just so that you can get an idea, because a lot of this stuff I'm not going to be messing with anymore because eBay's just taking too much money from me, and I'm just not going to do it anymore. It's not worth my time, and I have other things that I can do. So let's pull up the old calc here and just make sure that we got that handy. But I'm going to go ahead and start with this one right here. This is a Hangman stud finder. I got these from Walmart. They were on clearance for 50 cents each, and I sold one of them for $6. And let's see what we ended up with. Yeah, so like after shipping and after eBay's ridiculous fees, I'm literally making $1.88 minus my cost of goods, which is 50 cents, which is $1.38. So it's not really worth my time. I mean, I picked up like, quite a few of them at once, but it's not worth my time anymore to be doing this crap for $1 eBay. Like, it's just insane. Like, I'm sure that shipping was at least like $3 and some cents. But it's just like, why is eBay taking over $1 for their fees and stuff? It's just insane. It's just insane. All right, so what do we got next? We've got ourselves Star Wars action figure. I've got a ton of this stuff just sitting around. I'm listing it for my dad because he just has so much to list and he can't get through it all. And we're honestly not even really making like much of anything on this stuff because we're offering free shipping to be competitive. The price of the things as it isn't really that high. And it just is what it is, you know what I mean? Unless you have a high ticket collectible item that a lot of people are after. This is what it's going to look like, and we're only netting $214 off this. Like, mind you, we don't have any cost of buying the actual goods, but but 214, it's not worth my time again. What else? We've got this one that sold. This was actually in the same lot, and I believe I packaged these together, so I might have helped on shipping for that, but still, even when you're looking at the numbers here, it's pretty piss poor, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm a little disappointed with the numbers that I'm seeing right now, but that's part of the learning process. It's not all gonna be good, you know. You're gonna look at stuff like this and you're gonna be like, what the hell was I thinking? Well, a lot of this stuff, like, they don't teach you this, you know what I mean? A lot of eBay and Amazon and online business it's trial and error and doing it and just learning and adapting from that. And so that's exactly what we're doing here, and that's the whole point of me making this video for you. We've got a Star Wars VHS tape. It looks like we sold it for $7. eBay and shipping $409, $291 is the end of the day. What else do we got? We got ourselves a nice Hot Wheels car. I took a best offer on this. I originally had it listed for $11.99 just because there's not really that many on there. And somebody offered me $7. Took it, got $264 for it at the end of the day. That came from a box of cars that I paid $5 for the entire thing. So that one car paid for half the lot, which is, again, this is like really slow, really small. Like, it's not going to be making you millions of dollars, but every dollar, you know, that you can get, I guess, is somewhat worth it depending on how fast you can list and take pictures and things of that nature. So we've got another Star Wars action figure, another Star Wars action figure, another Star Wars action figure, and I'm just going to show you guys these like rapid fire because it's not even really that big of a deal, and I'm sure most of you guys don't even care. But this is what's selling. I mean, if you've got a business model to where you can get, you know, hundreds of thousands of these friggin' action figures, and you don't mind making, you know, $2, $3, $4 on each one of them, then maybe that business model is for you, but it's certainly not for me. Then we have a Day to Remember t-shirt here. I've had this up for quite some time now, and we had $10.40 for it. After fees, we were left with $5.71. Shirts like that, I don't pay any more than $3 for them. So that one I more than likely paid like $1.50 for or something like that. So again, it's not anything crazy, but it's sold. So cool. What else do we have? Got another action figure here. Got that one. What else? I want to get into stuff that's like actually not Star Wars action figures because this is just getting repetitive and boring at this point. So we got a bunch of Star Wars action figures, and that's all great. Dream tents. I bought a bunch of these from, where did we get these from? Me and Jordan got these from Bed Bath & Beyond, and we paid $4 a piece for them, and we bought like maybe 15 of them at a time, and they're almost gone now. Which I'm actually pretty relieved to see because honestly I didn't think that they were going to sell, and they took up a lot of room. So I'm glad that they're going. A lot of them went international actually, so if you don't have the global shipping program turned on, I definitely suggest you do that because you're missing out on a lot of free business. So $19.95 is what I was selling those for. That's what we sold it for. After shipping and fees, $10.89, $9.06 minus our $4 buying cost leaves us with $5.06 profit. Whoop-de-doo. Then we've got ourselves a World Stacking Association stack mat, timer, and set of cups. I was running a sale just to see like how that whole thing worked because it was my first time running a sale, and it actually kind of generated some stuff for me, just not as much as I anticipated. But we sold it for $22.49, fees $10.43, so we're left with $12.06. I bought that one, and I bought another set that actually has more to it than that for $14. So I want to say that the cost of goods on that was maybe six. So we doubled our money there. Not really a big deal, but whatever. Then we've got this Verizon Novotel. What I don't even know what this is or what it does, to be honest. Oh, it's a hotspot router. So I guess if you're just having a hard time, like, I don't know, connecting to the internet, that's what it helps with. But so we sold that for, what was it, $24? Yeah, $24, $6.54. So it's like, why the fees? So, well, I guess it's like to ship or whatever, but So we're left with $17.46. I don't think I paid more than $1 or $2 for that thing. So that was a good sale. That's definitely something I'm going to be on the lookout more for, because that's more worth the time, not $1, you know. Fat Farm. So nobody else that I've seen on YouTube sells Fat Farm or goes crazy about it. But when I see Fat Farm, like, I don't know why, I'm just gravitated towards the brand. For some reason, I think that people like the brand. I've bought a couple other items of them, theirs before in the past, and they haven't really done too well. But I don't think there's a lot of people selling this brand. And I think it's one of those like double, triple XL brands that people like. It's been around for a while. Maybe I just like the name. Maybe that's why I think I like it. I don't know. But anyway, so we sold one of those for $26.95, which I believe is full asking price, which is great. $8.49 fees, $18.46. I didn't pay more than $3 for that shirt, guaranteed. So we're left with about $15 in profit. That's a good one. Then we got some more Star Wars. I know that you guys were all anticipating on that. And this guy bought 2 at the same time. What did he pay for them? He paid $32.63, which means he paid $16.31 or $16.32, something like that, for both of them. I shipped them together, so the shipping was nice and light, and $25.51 for the both of them. That one's okay. That one wasn't too bad. I don't know what the heck was going on down here with these little ones, but good Lord, that is a learning lesson, that's for sure. All right, let's check this one out. This one sold for $41, and it today, Junior. Today we sold it for $41. Sony DVP NC600 multi 5-disc. It's just like a 5-disc DVD player or whatever. I paid $1 for this, and I paid $1 for like 4 other units similar to this, DVD, VHS players, things like that. And I bought like 5 or 6 of them at a garage sale like a while back. Maybe 2 months ago, something like that. She also gave me this giant box of wires that also ended up having a Sega Genesis AV plug, and also like one of those multi port things or whatever when you hook it up to the TV or like a stereo system and you want the different channels. It had one of those in there, and I already sold those 2 things, and that paid for the entire lot of VHS and DVD players. So anything that I got from this was just complete gravy, which is nice. And that would be $25.53. So yeah, cool, awesome. I'll take that all day. It was a pain in the neck to ship, pack it up and whatever, but whatever. That's what you're gonna get when you're buying DVD and VHS players. And then what else do we got here? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. That one sold for $43.54, and it had $18.40 fees, and I was left with $25.14. This one's like a sweatshirt cut-off sleeve thing. Bought this from like either a Salvation Army or like a Goodwill or something like that. I probably didn't pay any more than $5 for it. And what did we sell that one for? Sold it for $41, $15.47 fees. Unfortunately, it was over £1, so I couldn't send it first class, but we ended up with $25.53, which is good. I'm happy with that. Then we've got another Star Wars action figure. Whoop-de-doo. Sold that one for $46.90 because they're collecting the tax and all that. $8.79 was my shipping cost and fees and all that, and $38.11. So that's another good one. And then last but not least, I was actually pretty excited to see this go out. I paid $25 for this at a garage sale. This is a vintage Disney puzzle, 300-piece puzzle. I did go ahead and counted every single piece because I knew this was going to be one of those puzzles that somebody who's like a collector or somebody who's like really into puzzles and pays like over $40 for a single friggin' puzzle was going to get. And I did not want having a case to where they were claiming that one of the pieces was missing or something of that nature. So I'm really hoping that nothing hiccups with that, but it's been there for quite some time and I haven't heard anything back. So at the end of the day, after shipping and fees, we're looking at $34.64. So we're looking at like $35 profit. Yeah, profit, Mike. It's profit. It's all profit. So if we want really, if we really want to see how terrible this is, we'll go ahead and just do the math for you, because I'm sure y'all are just dying to know. I certainly am not, but we just gotta see. We gotta be realistic with ourselves, and we have to constantly adjust and adapt. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Plus 1746 plus 1846 plus 2551 plus 2553 plus 2514 plus 3811 plus 3464. $248.23. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I wasn't even expecting like any sales at all from like the first week and a half that I got back and all of that, because I didn't know how vacation mode worked, and all of that. And I've just been dealing with taking pictures of other things that I need to list around here, and I've actually gotten to the point where I'm like done like with everything. So now I actually have the time to go out and source more, which is exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. And what's going to be really interesting, so I've been taking every single dime that I've been making from this eBay business, and I haven't been paying myself at all. I have another stream of revenue that I developed before I came and started doing eBay and Amazon, so that's been helping me with my bills, and I'm really thankful for that. But that's typically something that I do. If I ever phase out of something and into something, I always have a plan to make sure that I'm not riding savings to the point where I'm out of money in a couple of months and now I have to go get another job and restart the whole thing over again. That defeats the purpose, right? So I took some of that money and I went out and I bought one of these, because one of my buddies has been bugging me to basically go out live and film all of that good stuff, all of the interactions with people that are having garage sales, how to haggle, what to pick up, things of that nature. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I'll be filming a video for everybody, and you guys can see what it's like to be live in the trenches and see what it is to be dealing with people, especially from where I'm from, because they're either one or the other. There's a big multitude of extremes in this melting pot that I live in. So with that being said, I don't want this video to get too much longer, but that's what we're looking at. Really not too great, but I really wanted to make this just so that people could start to be a little bit more aware of the fees, because I'm not selling this nickel and dime stuff anymore. You know what I mean? I'm going to have a certain amount that I'm listing stuff for, and that's just going to be that. I mean, I expect this, and this is fine because it's a favor for my dad, and I'm just trying to help him get rid of this stuff. But as far as a career opportunity, I mean, you're looking at the stuff at the top of the list over here. This is really the stuff that I'm sourcing. And this is the more profitable stuff. So I guess I can't really get too down on myself, because I am doing the right stuff when it comes to me personally sourcing. It's just these action figures that I've inherited that I have to deal with are causing me some problems, because it's not profitable enough for my time. But I wanted to go ahead and put it in there anyway, just so that you guys could be aware that it's probably not worth your time either, unless you have some sort of a connection or a wholesale or things of that nature. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just wanted to say hello to all the new subscribers. Really appreciate all the support, even though we haven't made that many videos, and Jordan hasn't been in one since our first hydro dipping video, which was just terrible. But she's been working a lot full time, and we've really been trying to become independent and come up with a plan to where we can get her out of her full-time and maybe turn that into a part-time or even no time at all, and she can kind of be at home, and then we can develop our lifestyle being a couple that just works from home and just kind of does that. And I'm sure it'll be a lot more enjoyable for the females to watch when she's here, because she's a lot of fun and she's really funny and she's a lot like me too. So if you like me, you'll definitely like her. But with all that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Make sure you hit the sales hard tomorrow, just because we're approaching the end of garage sale season. So you just want to make the most of it while you can. and I'll talk to you guys soon.